Wow.
Hello. I know, this is your first time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to assigned seating. We've got Christina with us today. You see our lives very own Miss Christina. On
Of
God's
all the,
day, TikTok's own Miss Christina. She's here.
I
Of all the movies. Who
I know.
knew?
I
know,
was gonna
right?
say, like, of all the fucking movies you guys have reviewed, this is the one that I was like, oh, I gotta see it. Like, what?
Well,
Oh my
it's
god.
very look. I'm glad because the whole point of the show when we started out was that we were going to try and find people who were super fans of movies, people who just saw a movie, or people who hadn't seen a movie, and then we're going to sit down and review it. And we kind of try and do that every now and then. But we've got that here today. You know, it's gonna be
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good to get some first hand reactions because I
I
can't believe you haven't
know.
seen it. But
Oh my
we've got to
god.
start. We've got to start with the actual introduction. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey to a review of the cult classic, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Whoa.
Woo!
Wow.
Yay! Woo! Woo!
I
Yeah.
know. So what we normally do here is go through because this is Christina's first time. She's joining us for the first time.
I know.
We go through and we talk about
Carrie.
I know. We talk about our first time seeing this movie. And Vera, I believe you were a cinema girl for this one. Is that correct?
I was
You were
totally a cinema girl for this one.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
17. We had to drive to Syracuse. I thought I was dating a guy who later turned out to be gay. Story of my life.
strike one.
But we went to the midnight show at a little theater in Syracuse called the Westcott. And it had already started to become a cult film. There were people in costumes. There were people, with props. There were people jumping up on the stage and acting
Oh
parts
my
out.
god.
And I was this little Catholic school virgin sitting in the audience going, oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
my
right?
God. The nuts are right. Promiscuous and licentiousness. Oh my God. We're all going to hell.
I love it.
I've since lightened up a bit.
Yeah. It's a little
I
better,
think
right?
you are the same vintage as my dad. So he loved this movie. He loved this movie. He had seen it originally when he was when it was a stage show, and then it became the movie. And Christine, I know you don't know much about it, but the interactivity in the live screenings of the movie is what goes on. So people throw confetti. They've got water guns. When they say
Toast.
let's make a toast,
They
everyone
throw toast.
everyone throws bread. Like
Oh
it's
wow.
it's a whole big thing. It's a big
Everybody knows the
counterculture
time
thing.
warp.
Everyone knows. Well, see, this is the thing. It was kind of because I am elder millennial age, 83. I'm not in that weird cusp area of the Gen X's and the millennials. But this is kind of, when I was growing up, this movie was kind of like a rite of passage movie. It's like, oh, have you seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? Yeah. Because the weird thing was though, at school dances, like when we were in primary school, so in like, junior in what do you call primary school over there?
Middle school.
Elementary.
Elementary school. There we go. Thank you.
Elementary? Oh, okay.
Like when we're in elementary school, they play the time warp as a dance. So the kids know, but it's a different version of the time warp. It's
Yeah, I was
but,
gonna say. But,
yeah, they know, like that the time warp, and it was kind of like it's in the same coming of age thing as Grease. It's like you see Grease and you see the Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Grace
and
did
it
not
kind of
scare this little Catholic school girl as much as
no.
Rocky Horror did.
well, it's a little bit
When I was
sexy.
younger, forget it. It would have ruined my life. but
jump to
like,
the left.
but like seeing Grease, like that was nothing compared to this movie.
No.
Absolutely no.
Let's talk about it, Christina. When did you first see this movie?
Today.
Yay!
38 years, right? 38 years in, and I'm grateful for waiting that long.
For not having seen it till now.
Yeah, honestly, because it was just like it was mind-boggling. I mean, I guess I don't understand the whole plot because like it starts off like all innocent, right? And then they're in the car, they're on their way to somewhere, and they find the mansion, and it's like, what? Then it's just like mind fuck, and then the end. Like that's it, and then they're just like stumbling out of the mansion in their outfits, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like that was an acid trip, right? Like I don't even.
We're gonna go on this journey together. So hopefully, as we break it down, it'll help you understand, and you can give us your virgin reaction. So you're our Janet today.
Who's Janet?
Janet was our innocent little heroine.
Yeah, innocent little virgin or heroine.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, okay, yes.
Get your bra and your slip on. You'll be all good. You'll be all good. She's good to go. So we are about to dive into the trippy nightmare that is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The film begins with a pair of floating, disembodied, voluptuous red lips, seeing science fiction double feature, which is the perfect start to this movie because you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Right? Literally. Oh my god.
And if you're sitting in the theater and someone's throwing toast at you.
Imagine if she went to the movies to see it. Like you would have lost your mind.
I know, right?
This one would have been like, what's happening?
I want to say that, like, when you said in the chat that you wanted to see my reaction, I TikToked through it. Like every time, like I was like, what the fuck? I started recording.
I can imagine.
And I was like talking to the camera. So like I asked it so many questions. Like I'm like, what? First of all, the first thing that got me was a saying on the car. In shaving cream or something, and it says like something like you know what, let me Google it.
We'll keep talking. You Google.
Yeah.
So we meet Brad Majors and his now fiance Janet Weiss after they get I guess not too hastily engaged at the
post-college.
At the end of their friends at the end of their friend's wedding. They're described as a naive young couple, and I think they are at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Or maybe not naive, maybe just sheltered. Because this whole movie is kind of about self-exploration and self-discovery, all that kind of stuff. But they decide to celebrate with their high school science teacher, Dr. Scott, where they met in his science exam. Oh no, Vera! I was hoping you'd say Janet. I was hoping you'd Janet.
I missed it.
I was hoping you'd be the magenta to my riffraff today.
There you go. Magenta.
This is what Ace says. She got hers. Now he'll get his.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ace is with it. Well, Ace, I'm not surprised that you are a fan. But it is very up the top. We've got to remember this is the right in the middle of the 70s, the whole
1977, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, it has to be 75.
75.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have had the freedom, peace, love, hippiness of the 60s, and we've had that kind of end with the Manson murders and all that kind of stuff, and badness. We went back into the repression of purity and
puritanical,
morals,
yes. I don't think America has ever stopped being puritanical. I really don't.
We go in waves. But we get damn it, Janet and Barry Bostwick and Susan Sarandon are just so perfect as these characters. He's so like lovable as Brad. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're a cutie. You're a cutie. And she's just that. She's a little bit of a bitch. Like as it goes on, you're like
you
can tell she's a prude.
Girls. You know she
she's
on Wednesdays.
Yeah, she was like maybe head cheerleader or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Janet.
You know this girl.
Janet. You do.
Damn it.
Yeah, like a goody goody, but like not a goody goody, like a total bitchy.
Well, as
goody-goody.
we all know Janet.
Well, repression does strange things to people, as we will find out. En route to Dr. Scott, however, on a dark and stormy night, they get lost and suffer a flat tire. And seeking refuge from the rain, they stumble across an abandoned mansion in the hills.
But it's not abandoned.
What a beautiful
not
place to start with.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah, just a random castle on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were bored. They were listening to the Nixon resignation.
Yeah.
So, again, what I like... Okay, so I am have grown up working in the performing arts industry, doing this kind of thing. I don't always love every musical because I hate it when somebody goes, "Oh no, it's raining," it's out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Forget it.
The songs in this come thick and fast, so it doesn't feel out of place when they're singing. Like we go from "Damn It, Janet" straight, like there's not these massive gaps of exposition and a song. It's kind of done, and it's that pop rock opera cabaret kind of thing where the songs are telling the story, and recapping and doing all the things. So if you listen to the songs, you get what's going on. It's kind of like a musical for dummies, or an accessible. An accessible musical, because a lot of people, even today, go, "I'm not going to see a fucking musical." Oh god, right?
Well,
literally,
again, I was going to say one of my very first comments. I was like, "Oh my god, is this a musical?" I go, "I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it." Like, I can't stand musical. Like again, Grease was like, I don't consider that a musical. Like to me, even though it is really like kind of, but again, I don't know. This was very. Oh my god! Again, like just keep going.
I think I get what you mean. It's not like a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical where all of a sudden we're just in the field and the field explodes into 500 dancers all going
right. No, it wasn't like that exactly.
It's very tactical, I will say.
Yeah,
it gets the point done. It's like here, and we get. There's a light over the Frankenstein place. I love again, such an eerie, weird song, and we get to see the first glimpse of Riff Raff, and you're like, "What is going on here?" All the like the chorus over at the Frankenstein place, lightning. It's like, oh, okay, what is happening here? Where are we headed? Where are we headed?
Where are we headed?
The question is answered as they knock on the door and we meet Riff Raff, the butler. You're wet.
It's raining. It's
raining. Richard O'Brien is so creepy. Like he's so creepy. He's so disturbing.
I don't give a fuck how wet and how cold I am. I'm not going in if that guy's answering the door.
You're in luck. The master having one of his affairs. Oh god. And it took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me, I didn't see it when I was a kid. We'll see this when I was a kid. It took me probably a couple of years to realize Magenta's just passed out on the banister of the staircase.
Yeah.
I didn't even
He's lucky. I'm lucky. Lucky.
Came out of nowhere.
I
right?
did not even notice that.
Go back. Well, Vera, go back and look. She's just It's kind
she just
of
like pops up and then like slides down the rail.
I remember she pops up, but I didn't remember her being passed out.
She's just chilling. She's just like chilling there. It's kind of like this shows like she was tired from cleaning the church. Did you realize that, Christina? That
What? Oh yeah. Wait, who?
all of these characters that are at the mansion are actually in that first scene.
Yes.
All the
Really?
actors. Riff Raff, Magenta, and Frankenfurter are all
Yes.
standing behind them.
Yes.
And all of
I
the
did
extras,
not-
all of the Transylvanians are all there.
Okay, when they're like repeating the
church.
words that they're saying or whatever.
Janet. Yeah.
Janet, yes,
Yeah.
that's what they're
Yes,
saying. Yes. I was actually gonna
Yes.
zoom in on that and be like, same, like, because their faces were like dead. But I did not notice that was the same people.
I did notice that. I did know that.
So it's
Wow.
weird.
But not the first time I saw it.
Because
Yeah.
it opens up a question, and this is a little bit film studies, so we can put it out there because you can tell this is what I did. Is entering that are all of those people in that house, or are those two people, those two humans, not to jump ahead too far, activating something in the house that is manifesting all of these beings that are ideas of repression and stuff like that? Because she's like literally out of it, and then she's like, "Oh, I've been brought to life."
See, now,
It's you.
my
Maybe.
little film school analysis was different than that. My little film school analysis was that all of these people in the church are the repressed, and this is where they come to let it out.
I guess it depends on if we are to believe they are the same people, or are they, how? So are the Transylvanians a manifestation of Brad and Janet psyche seeing what they saw? Like their faces going, "Oh, we're putting the faces that we saw at the wedding in here because we're on a new adventure."
That's
Opening up our
what I
minds.
think. Like, was it like an innocent trip? Like what? Like, because it just
Who
like
knows?
came out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
And-
like it was like the forbidden place.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
or like
But
like the
everybody in the
underground
church goes
club.
to the forbidden place.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
it's very metaphorical. They are engaged, and now they are embarking onto strange new territory together as an adult couple. It's a little bit of a heavy-handed metaphor, but we go with it. It's okay. We like it.
Yeah.
So as I said, we meet Magenta, Riff Raff's
Yep.
sister. Iconic.
Slash.
Iconic.
Yes.
Iconic. And as well as the tap dancing themed Columbia. As we get introduced to the most iconic song from this musical, The Time Warp.
Yeah.
So much fun. I refuse anyone to not at least have a little half-hearted bop when the Time Warp comes on.
Yeah.
And you know when it gets, you're like, oh, it's happening. Everyone knows that guitar. Everyone knows that guitar drop and riff. You're like, it's coming. But it's just, this is where it, and Christina said, it's like an acid trip. It's like, we've walked through these doors and things have gotten crazy because
crazy.
It's important to notice that those bikers that forced them off the road, the bikes just appear outside of their house.
Right.
So what's going on is the big question, and it's a big, possibly still unanswered question 50 years later. And I think that's part of the charm.
Where she even asks, where did those bikes come from if this is a dead end?
Right.
And like she even said, like, where did those bikes come from? This is a dead end. Like,
but even
and then we see them at the house.
Yeah, it's interesting because Riff Raff's reaction, he's like, I suppose you best come in. But is that them trapping them inside? You know,
right.
Like, are they forcing them to go into the house because they're like, it's all a bit malicious and creepy and weird and
and then strip down to your underwear. Like,
and those are some tidy whities.
Oh my god, right?
Well, most tidy whities aren't custom made.
Oh my god.
Barry Bostwick's like come up and they're all sheer. It's like
it's like the sheer, but then like just the package that's holding a battery size package. Like I'm like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Like this guy's packing. And
But
again, it's just
again, and the torpedo bra on her, it's like,
yeah, Jesus.
but what a great representation of repressed sexuality. We're gonna get them naked, but we're not gonna show you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very that. And they're in white and they're innocent and it's all oh, I couldn't possibly.
And naked with shoes and socks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we've kind of hitting the peak of drama because after our time warp, the master of the house makes his appearance.
Mm-hmm.
There is a very important meme going around that says, I can tell how cool you are by what movie you know Tim Curry from. It's Muppet, it's the Muppets Treasure Island, it's what was the movie with the horns? Legend? And Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'm like, I've seen all of them. I know Tim Curry. And what a debut.
Home Alone.
Annie.
Annie as well.
Yeah, Home Alone. He was in Home Alone.
Yeah. What a character to debut as.
Yeah.
This is his movie debut.
Well, they were all so young. Every one of them.
Like, no shit. I really thought it was David Bowie at first. I Googled.
Right.
I had to Google it, like, to find out who it was, because I was like, that's not. I was like, that's David Bowie. I was like, wait, no, it's not. And then I Googled it. I'm like, holy fuck, that's Tim Curry. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't like. And then at the end, I even said like a Freddie Mercury probably would have been great for this role too. Like, because he almost sounded like him in that last song. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it totally threw me off.
The vocal cadence is amazing too. Like, you can't get past Frank and Ferner. Oh, come up to the lamb. Brad and Janet. Oh. So let's talk about seeing this for the first time, Vera.
Right. Seeing this for the first time, I was Christina. I was like, what are they doing? Oh my God.
A man in ladies' clothing.
A man in ladies' clothing and their makeup. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. I said, like, I was like, nice shoes, but like, Jesus Christ. Because that's like the brightest, reddest, shimmeriest, most glossiest lipstick I've ever seen. And then the eyeshadow. Yeah. And then like, then he's like dancing. And all I thought was like, why didn't they wax him? But then I was like, well, they probably did that on purpose. Right. Like, well, not wax him because obviously it's Transylvania. So it was like, you know, like, yeah. But oh my God, like, it was a lot.
Yeah, it's also the 70s. 70s Bush was in.
Yeah,
yes.
I know.
Oh yeah.
The 70s Bush was in, girls.
Yeah.
But
yeah, nobody trimmed.
I think this is a caveat that you have to make here as well. There is a lot of I don't really hear it a lot about this movie, and we've talked about it in the past, Vera. There is a lot of people that get so offended and pearl clutchy about terminology that was used at the time the movie was made, and you know, social ideas at the time the movie was made as opposed to now. The word transvestite, the term transvestite was a medical term,
right,
in the 70s, right? It's not a slur, it's not an offensive thing.
It was never intended to be a slur.
No.
Drag queens referred to themselves as trannies.
Yeah.
You know, that was
still do
their
some of them.
chosen terminology at the time.
Yeah. But a lot of people are like, sweet transvestite's so offensive, but it's not really, because the song is about how empowering it is to dabble in both sides of sexuality and both sides of gender and be somewhere in between. And you've got to think, my God, this was the 1970s.
Yeah.
And this was mainstream. And it's a great song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great song. And those four deliver it so well. Even like Magenta, Riff Raff and Columbia, they're only in the background, but they're you can tell, and as a performer, it's you go, oh, that would be like, it's fun. They're relishing every second of it, every little bit. They're playing to the camera. I did notice though, because I watched it on Disney Plus. It is bizarre that this movie is on Disney Plus.
I could not believe this movie was on Disney Plus.
No. I had to create my own profile in order to get access to it, because even under my husband, even under my husband's profile, I couldn't find it. And I'm like,
Joey's not mature enough.
Yeah, I'm like,
Joey's not mature enough.
I had to create a pin to get into it. It was like, oh my God. I'm like, if it's on Disney Plus, why won't it let me watch it?
But it is edited.
Like, parental chart.
It is edited on.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, especially when Columbia, like the shot that goes from Riff Raff down when he's like, I've been making a man with blonde hair and a tan. That's good. And he uncrosses his legs and crosses his legs. That's not in it. You just see Columbia going. Like, because there was a quite substantial close up of his package there. Kind of like, whoa. Yeah. So that's why she's like, oh, she's getting all flibbity jibbit about it. But yes, again, iconic ending. Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation. Patient. Love it, love it. And he ascends. I always wanted a old school elevator in my house too, just so I could make those entrances and exits. See you later. I'm gone.
But it was so slow.
That's that's when they're stripped naked, and you're like, what the fuck? And that's their reaction too, because this is where, like, it was a little bit weird. This is where it goes full tilt 1950s sci-fi weirdness.
Oh, forget
and is as is revealed in Dr. Frank's laboratory. He has discovered the secret to life itself. Right.
You have a good
and
voice.
We are. Thank you, Charlie. Can you tell I've seen it a few times?
A few times. Once or twice.
I could never watch that again. That's crazy. That was a mind fuck of a movie.
See, now
it's a fun drink.
I
It's a fun drinking movie.
have nothing but fond memories of it after that initial. I didn't watch it again for like 4 or 5 years till I was in college. You know, and then
you understand it.
Then then I had grown up just a smidge.
You live a bit of life and go, okay, cool.
You know, University Union used to throw midnight showings all the time.
Oh wow!
We are now introduced to Rocky, Dr. Frank's creation. What a body! What a body on Rocky.
Damn.
There is. I wish I had.
And his voice.
I wish I had
I had forgotten that his voice was so good.
That's not his voice.
It's not.
No. The guy that was cast couldn't sing, so he was dubbed. But there is. I wish I had the photo. There is a very accurate photo of our co-host Luke dressed as Rocky.
Oh yeah.
One year as for Halloween, and he's wearing the exact same costume. That's all I'm gonna say. He's very proud of that. He's very proud of that. So,
oh my god,
I'm sure actually on a Halloween episode he showed that photo. So if you go back through the archives, it's there. But we get the Sword of Damocles, which is kind of the song that I don't really jive on much. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's okay. Rocky's brought to life, and it's pretty much implied very heavily that Rocky's been created to satiate Dr. Frankenfurter's carnal needs.
Is it
because in just 7 days? Well, it's not. Well, they don't say it outright, but it's tongue in cheek enough. It's very British, this movie, in its sense of humor.
And
It's like,
it's funny because like he wrapped like, or what it looked like was wrapped, I'm assuming, right? Because there was bows
Yeah.
and saran wrap on like the weights and on the horse for like your gymnastics. Like that, like I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is this? I was like, that's wrapped in saran wrap. I'm like, oh my god, these are gifts for this guy. Like
it's meant
it's
to be
so
bizarre. Embrace the bizarre,
crazy.
Christina. That's what we're
Yeah,
doing. We're
yeah.
embracing the
I
bizarre.
thought they were being hygienic.
Oh,
Yeah, I
see?
guess. Well, in the 1950s, like sci-fi of it all, clear wrapping would have dictated that it was sterilized and new and
Yeah.
brand new, basically, because he's just been born and he's been,
Yeah.
in just 7 days I can
But
make
I
you a
love that.
man.
I love that too because like he's in this vat of water, right?
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
he comes out and he's like in this mummy suit, and he comes out and the legs come off with just a pull of a string, but they have to unravel his whole body,
Yeah.
and his hair is
Yeah.
dry.
Yep.
I'm like, so he came out.
Sci-fi,
Like,
Christina. We just go,
dry.
okay, fine.
I'm like, he is completely dry coming out of this vat of water. I'm like, I'm baffled. I'm fucking baffled. Like,
It's kind of like
There's no logic.
no.
Santa defeats the Martians meets Deep Throat.
Right? Yeah. It's very of that, Dracula, Frankenstein,
Right.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's that high drama, high
Mothra.
camp.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera, all those old classic Universal monsters meets Hammer horror meets the Carry On movies. It's just, and Cabaret, weirdly, it's because it's so
Yeah.
referential. It's all of this stuff just thrown together, and you're going, what's happening? Okay, cool. So he's brought to life this perfect specimen of man so he can sleep with him until, and this is the worst luck, the ex busts out of the cold freeze and rides his motorcycle all around the lab.
Yeah. Who the fuck
Meatloaf?
was that?
Meatloaf.
No, I know it's Meatloaf. Who the fuck was he supposed to be
Eddie.
as a character?
Eddie was
Who's Eddie?
Frankenfurter's. Eddie is Frankenfurter's first creation, or one of his first creations.
Oh my god.
And then
That-
the
Who
thing
ended
where
up-
Columbia gets all crazy. She says, "You threw me over for Eddie, and then you threw Eddie over for Rocky." And
Yeah. She was like in love with Eddie.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And
originally Frank was with Columbia.
Yes.
Then his needs changed, so he got Eddie, and then his needs changed again after Columbia and Eddie found each other to, what is Rocky?
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh my god. I was like, who's this guy coming out of this deep freeze? I said, he has this huge cut on his head. And then I'm like, who
It
the
goes
fuck
all the way
is this
across
guy?
his forehead.
And then all of a sudden
It's because he had his
killing
brain
him.
removed.
And then he's killing him in the fucking deep freeze again. I'm like, what the fuck? I go, who is that guy?
It's a
But
tender
again,
subject.
off.
What an
It's a tender
iconic
subject.
what an iconic song. Hop Tootie, come on. Come
I mean,
on.
oh man. And
Hop
he's not
Tootie,
really playing the
yes,
saxophone. That was awful. Like, oh my god, it was so funny. Again, just like the crazy. I was like, what? Just the whole movie was just like, what the? Like, I can't. My head was spinning afterwards. I'm lucky I got
Columbia has an amazing scream on her.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I hope that she did horror after this. Like
And what a
You're
tap
right.
dancer. What a hoofer.
right? Uh-huh. And as Christina said, Frank doesn't like the light. Frank is very much a performer. Doesn't like the light taken off him. So Eddie had to go. It was a mercy killing.
Yeah.
Tender subject.
So, but you see that switch flick, and you see
Yeah.
the horror part of it, and go, oh, okay. And that switch has been flicked if you go over to Uncensored Horror. We talk very much about Tim Curry's performance as Pennywise the Clown in the It 1990 series. He's just such a talented actor that it takes a microsecond for him to go from this gregarious, flamboyant character to someone that is genuinely a bit scary. Like,
as
like
much
oh
as
God, when he's got that pickaxe.
Love the performances in this film. You know, I've come to love this film over the years, but this film would not have succeeded without Tim Curry.
No. Oh no, God no.
No.
I can't imagine anyone else being Frankenfurter.
No.
And that's what I struggle with when they try and remake it or reimagine it. It's like, how do you unless you go completely opposite.
Stage plays that you've seen of it.
Or even the live TV show.
Oh, I didn't see that.
With Laverne Cox as Frankenfurter.
Yeah, no.
Laverne Cox can't sing, so it's really it's like yeah. Ace pointed out, which I was going to mention a little bit later. Eddie is missing part of his brain because it's in Rocky.
Oh wow! See, it's just like
it's a bit of a throwaway comment later on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed it, you missed it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So Frank and Rocky depart, and we get our. This is where you need the breather, and our oh my God.
Doctor? Is it the doctor that you're talking about?
No. The narrator. Couldn't remember the word narrator.
Oh, the narrator. Oh my God, that narrator.
Like, the narrator, this is where you need to catch a breath. And the narrator steps in. You're like, what the fuck has just been happening?
Yeah.
And I paused the movie at this point last night. It's right about the middle.
Is it?
All of this has happened in the first half of this movie.
Yeah.
All of those songs, all that exposition has happened. You're like, okay. And our narrator describes what is about to happen. Now, this, a lot of people still don't get the what was going on in the shadow play as Brad and Janet are separated and put into their bedrooms.
Oh, you had to have known. There's no way to
more with what's happening with Frank and Brad. If you wait till the very end and you hear there's a certain sound that comes out that you're like, oh, I know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I was very shocked. I was like, oh my God. I was like, she's a fucking whore. And then the next scene, I was like, oh my fucking God. And then after that, he's smoking a cigarette on the bed. And I was like, yeah, you're going to need a fucking cigarette after that shit. Like, oh man. Like,
then he comes
what
out
a
in
spicy
the kimono,
scene.
the fucking blue kimono.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
But, like, impersonates each one of their voices, too. Like,
yes.
Oh, man.
This is the thing. This is the corruption. This is the evil. This is the naughtiness. This is the darkness that happens in the dead of night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they give way to it. They give way to it. Their innocence is shed, which is super interesting because we get while this seduction is happening, there is there's been snide asides and looks going about from Magenta and Riffraff.
Yeah.
But this is where the penny drops that there is dissension in the ranks.
Yeah.
And as Riffraff goes to torture poor Rocky.
I know.
Who knows what Rocky's just been through after, mind you. Who knows what Rocky's just been through? And we've got to give Frank stamina 3 in a row. Go Frankenfurter. He's
really.
But Rocky is released by Riffraff, and
set the dogs on him.
Magenta has released dogs.
Yeah.
Coming. I love it. Janet sneaks around the castle and gets to view the post-coital exploits of Brad and Frankenfurter, and she's heartbroken for about 5 seconds.
Yep.
Until she finds a cowering, confused Rocky. And she gives way to her carnal urges.
First, she has to
What a-
nurture him. She shreds her slip to bandage his wounds.
Yeah.
She does the thing, but then, and again, what a great metaphor. She's tearing away at her white slip to bandage up this very attractive man. And we get touch me.
Yes.
One of my favorite things is Magenta and Columbia watching. You mean she's, tell us about it, Janet. It's like, oh. But again, a great Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
She's like so innocent, but when she gives way to that stuff, she's like, "Oh yeah, let's go."
She's that girl.
She is that girl. Now, this we have the arrival of Dr. Scott.
Scott. Scotty.
This is if you're not paying attention, if you are woofed over by everything, this part can, move past people's attentions. Dr. Scott arrives at the castle searching for his nephew Eddie, who sent him a letter saying that part of his brain was removed by aliens. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, man.
Frank knows. Frank knows Dr. Scott. He knows that he works for the government. UFOs. Like, the drama of it all. Do you know what my favorite weird non sequitur moment? He must be in the Zen room. And all of a sudden it's just him playing like Indian / Middle Eastern sitar music. And this is Dr. Scott sitting there going, the drama, he must be in the Zen room. It's so opera. It's my favorite part. Then we get the revelation that Dr. Scott, Brad, Janet, Rocky all know each other.
Oh my god. It was like
so much fun.
So many Brads and Janet.
It's like who's on first? It's it's comedy. Dr. Scott, Brad, Janet, Rocky. I could sit through 5 minutes of that. I don't care. I'm like, that's funny shit. I don't care what anyone says. That's classic comedy.
Yeah.
But Frank has reached his boiling point.
Mm-hmm.
Only to be interrupted by Magenta. Boom! The dinner is prepared.
Yeah.
I do that a lot sometimes, like when I'm at people's houses and it's dinner time. Dinner's prepared. No one ever gets it. It's not whatever. I'll live my own life. It's fine. And we go to the most awkward dinner party in the world.
Yeah.
It's just so weird and kitsch, and I love just the pouring of the wine. It's just going all over the place. Throwing the slabs of meat at people. The electric carving knife. I mean,
yeah. Like what the
and
fuck?
We get Eddie's backstory
in
and Dr. Scott's song.
Yeah. But it's just funny to see that like in that setting, I guess, because I was like, is that even like okay with the time period? And then
it would have been
like the fact that Frank changed for dinner, but they wouldn't let them put more clothes on. Like, yeah,
he's the star.
All right,
he's the star. He gets to do what he wants. He's the diva. He is so Gloria Swanson coded in this movie. This is like Sunset Boulevard, eat your heart out. This is what happens to Norma Desmond if she's left alone for too long. But we get, as I said, we get Eddie, the song that basically tells us Eddie's whole backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Only for the revelation that what they're having for dinner is Eddie. Dun, dun, dun. Again,
A tender
so
subject.
I know. And then we get, of course, we get Frank just reaching boiling point. Everyone is everyone's playing with his things, stealing his things, and he's not having it. As very good meatloaf for dinner. Very good, very good.
Funny.
The Medusa Ray takes care of everyone.
Yep.
Oh my god. I go, they're climbing a tower to nowhere. And then the laser
We're not-
beam.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Oh
We're
my
turning everyone.
god!
We're
So what are you
turning
talking
everyone.
about?
We're about there. We're turning everyone into statues of David.
Statues. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. The statues.
Turning
thing.
everyone-
And all the
statues
clothes
of
are
David.
gone in the statues.
Yeah.
Everyone's
They're all naked.
except Dr. Scott's blanket is on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can't have a nude man in a
No.
wheelchair. That's a bit too progressive.
Yeah.
For the 70s. I love it. I love, again, one of Frank's greatest lines, and I'm sorry if I fuck it up. Sometimes it's hard being the only person at the party. Even smiling makes my face ache.
Yes.
I like,
That was funny.
and then everything leads to the ballroom.
Mhm.
This is so much fun. They have
Yes.
after the Medusa Ray, he has created his ultimate toys, and we get the weirdest cabaret you'll
Yes.
ever see.
With a
Oh, weird.
beautiful swimming pool.
Yeah,
aqua
swimming
ballet.
Rose Tint My World is so much fun. We get the exposition from the characters about what it's like to have these awakening desires and embracing them and stepping out of their comfort zone as they're all dressed in the transsexual transvestite
Right.
uniform. You know, everyone's in their suspenders and garter belts and everything.
Yeah.
And everyone looks
Bustier.
great too.
No, it looks
Bustier,
great.
everyone looks great. Barry Bostwick has some legs.
Yeah, right?
The
And
legs
even
on
the
back,
guy in the
the
wheelchair.
shaking leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the free! I love it.
I'm like, oh my god, look at his legs. Like, damn.
And then you get the break. I'm like, yes. I love that little when we get it turned into a dance break. And then out of nowhere, Columbia is doing the lights.
Yeah.
Magenta and Riff Raff are over it. They're done. They are in their space uniforms and they are
ready
taking.
to go back.
They're ready to go home. Oh, sorry. Ready to go home. That's Riff Raff. I got my Riff Raff concerned. Don't Dream It Be It is a gorgeous number.
Yes.
Tim Curry, I really focused on Tim Curry's performance of it. It really sad, actually, that song. It's really quite touching, and he gives it so much. It's like, I just want to be understood. I just want to be me.
Yeah.
I just want to live my life the way I want to live it. And it's still today, what a beautiful sentiment and timely, I guess, for people that are going through a lot at the moment of persecution and rights stuff. Men, women, trans people of different ethnicities, all of this still reads today. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Having a dream and trying to live that dream is a big thing. But yeah, Riff Raff's done. I love that it comes down. He's like, oh, you've been living too extremely. You're bringing too much attention to us. We're returning to transsexual Transylvania. And so you will remain here, at least in spirit. Bum, bum, bum. The murders begin.
Yeah.
Columbia is dispatched. Poor Dr. Frank. Again, he turns that switch and he is legitimately terrified, climbing the RKO tower like a weird cross-dressing King Kong.
Yeah.
Shot down. We kill Rocky. It's like, and all that is left is Dr. Scott, Janet, and Brad in their get up, kind of left with the in the aftermath of everything.
Yeah.
And Riff Raff just it all comes down to the fact that Riff Raff didn't get enough attention because he wasn't pretty enough.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just I love that the whole point of this movie is male jealousy.
Yeah.
It's like, he didn't like me. He never liked me. Okay. Calm down,
That's
sister. We've all been there, but you don't need to go on the murder spree. It's okay. But again, these two, they light up the screen anytime they're together.
They do.
Magenta and Riff Raff. The whole castle.
Yeah.
The whole castle will now be returning. Will now be returning. To beloved transsexual. And as the castle lifts off, Brad, Janet, and Dr. Scott are left crawling through the smog, dirt, and confusion left in the wake of their night at the mansion, because it's daytime when they leave. I like that. We are stepping into a different day, a brand new day after our night of debauchery.
Yeah.
Now, the majority of the song Superheroes is cut out of the Disney Plus.
I didn't really notice that.
Yeah, so Christina, there is a song of them crawling around and like dying, essentially. It looks like they're dying at the end of it. And it ends on such a bleak moment when the criminologist concludes that the human race is equivalent to insects crawling on the planet's surface, lost in time, lost in space, and meaning.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
The end. What a bleak way to end a musical. I'm like, oh, I don't know how. But I think that's the point, because it leaves you going, what the fuck?
Well, the whole movie leaves you going, what the fuck?
Yeah, just again, like, what the fuck was the reason? What was the reason for all this? Like, where were they going to begin? Like, where were they going to begin with? Because I totally forgot that. And then, like,
they were going to see Dr. Scott.
Okay. And the fact that, like, this happened, and then they just, I don't know. It just really just.
I think it is. It's all, as I said, very heavy. Some of it very heavy-handed, but it is a metaphor for giving over your innocence and giving over to those desires that are like giving over to repression and all of that stuff, and what happens before, during, and after. It's a very chronological display of that.
But it's also an homage and a spoof of every ancient
sci-fi
film trope, from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. It's it's a conglomeration.
But it's also an explanation of perhaps why those became tropes, if we are to believe this is set in the real world,
Right.
These became tropes because it's happened countless times.
Because it's a universal. I mean,
ending
up in a castle and being sodomized is not a universal experience, but there is a universal thread to it.
That awakening,
rejection and
acknowledgement of self and desire and all of that kind of stuff. It is, it's very. I don't think, and this might be a bit of a big statement, I don't think you look at the world the same after you watch this movie. You go,
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree. This movie did change my worldview.
Right? Talk about that, because you saw it as a teenager. Talk about it.
I saw it as a very innocent teenager. Like I said, Catholic schoolgirl, not a lot of exposure. Didn't know my date was gay. Just shocking and awakening and titillating and thrilling and horrifying all at the same time, But it explored musicals, which I loved. It explored old movies, which I love, but it took these tropes and spoofed them, and like I was saying, honored them at the same time. It did
exactly. I saw it when I was probably I think I was 8.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, but looking back at it now, my parents were so progressive. I think they might have known what they had on their hands. You know, they knew what they were coming, because I was exposed from a young age to this kind of, like, they had friends that were gay in the 80s and 90s that were couples, and you know, I saw that world that was very taboo, and you know, people died of HIV, but like that was the reality of the situation, and they didn't shield me away from that. And watching this movie kind of makes you, it's a mind shift. It's like, oh, okay, just because I know things to be one way doesn't mean it's not something else, and there are other ways, and to do it through something as inconspicuous as a musical is really quite smart. Like, when you think of it, addressing all these really, really heavy topics, even today, addressing these really, really heavy topics in something that is digestible, that has great music and great performances, it's such a gateway for so many people. And that's why so many people love this movie, I think. But as a grown adult who is a parent, who has lived life, what did you, come on.
I mean, again, it was, I almost wish I would have seen it, you know, younger. Because maybe it would have like opened my eyes to different things. I don't know, but now that I'm seeing it, it was more like a what the fuck, like, because I don't care about any of that. Like, none of that phases me now. You know, I mean, I've been friends with you guys for
You've been with us for a few years now. Nothing shocks you.
Exactly. So again, like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I feel like 8 is too young. Like, just even looking at my 6-year-old daughter, that's no fucking way. Like, but yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I do think it made you think. It made you think, like, wow, like, there is like this underground world. Could this be, you know, like, is this where people go? And is this like,
it's a
like
what
you
if?
said,
It's a big
thing?
what if,
Like,
isn't it?
yeah,
It's a
it was
door
good.
opener.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that we always have on the movie review shows, we always have a set rating. So out of 5 sets of big, hot red lips, Vera, how many lips are you going to give Rocky Horror Picture
You
Show?
know, at this point, this has been such a part of my life and such a part of my Halloween and such a part of, you know, me. I would give it 5 lips. What can I say?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to go the same. It is so ingrained in my life at this point that even I don't get bored with that movie. It's not a super long movie. There is a little bit of a dip in the middle where you can kind of go, okay. But it's not, I'm going to pick up my phone and do something for half an hour.
I did wander into the other room and load my dishwasher.
Yeah, but that's that middle point where you're like, but you stay for the good stuff, and you're like, oh, this is exposition. I'll come back when they're singing, dancing, and sexiness.
Yes.
You know, it's good.
I did, you know, I was just refreshing. I was like, I think I'll go load my dishwasher right now.
So I'm going 5 sets of hot lips. Christina, as the virgin, how many sets of hot lips are you going to give us?
I mean, it deserves 5, yes, because of the lip factor, right? But as a first timer, and just wanting to know, like, the premise, I trying to understand it all the way through. I definitely have to watch it again because I've missed like a couple of things that you're saying, like, for sure. Because I was also working while watching and trying to TikTok. So again, I do have to watch it again. But I would say 3.7 lips.
There we go.
It's pretty good.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
As a very first time viewer in my far past,
it's a lot.
It would not have made 2 sets of lips for me. I was stunned and shocked and terrified.
Yeah, but I feel like I said, now that I am who I am, I'm not as terrified as that at this stuff. But again, as a 16 or 15 or 14 or 13-year-old me, I would have been like, whoa, my God, I
Yeah.
can't believe they're showing this. I can't believe they're
Blew
doing
my
this.
mind.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Like, is this real? Like, do
Right.
really people do this? Like me
And then
knowing
people
that,
are throwing shit. There's
yeah,
toast
like again,
flying.
like, yeah, but like, again, like now I have a better understanding of it. Like, and it's not something that's contagious or something, like
Right.
that
Yeah.
I am gonna like step into. That's not something that I would ever come
But
across.
it's
just like,
I think it's important that it's to acknowledge that it's something that can exist in everyone, no matter how mundane they are.
yeah,
I think
Right.
like you don't
that's the
know
point.
what's going
But
on.
I mean,
But-
it's funny that you brought up AIDS, because in 1977, when I did see this, AIDS wasn't on our horizon yet. But
Not
by
yet, no.
1979, in just a few short years, I knew people who were dying.
Yeah.
And I think there are now, thankfully, generations of people who will never know that, who will never know what that's like, and thank whatever is out there that is happening.
Well, the thing that I'll save that for another time.
We'll have a conversation. Yeah, I know we can rant, but this movie has impacted generations upon generations of people. As Ace says, he's giving it 6 lips.
Wow.
Oh,
I know.
All the
But
lips,
it is
all the time, babe.
This is a huge international cult following. Considered one of the greatest musicals of all time, and in 2005 it was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Yes.
Wow.
So there you go. And I think that is a great way to end it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very important statement. I don't think it would pass muster today if they were trying to enter it, especially in the current. No. But this is how progressive we have been as a people. That's how progressive we can be again. It is important for people to see these movies and understand them, and especially to understand them in the context of the time that they were made, and understand them in the context of the time we're in now, because the past has a lot to tell you about the present and the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Christina, thank you for joining us on Assigned Seating for the first time.
Do I get to pick the next movie or something? Like, is that like a thing?
You can pick a movie for us. Well, you can definitely
I don't know.
pick a movie for us.
I have actually a couple on my mind.
I've got people have lists. Don't worry, people have lists.
Sure.
Vera is my constant compatriot here in the cinema. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We'll be back next week for Uncensored Radio's UCR Live. So until then, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. Bye, kids.
Bye.